higher tariffs on China.
New tariff.
More tariffs.
Harsh tariff.
To me, the most beautiful word in the dictionary is tariff.
After Donald Trump's presidential victory, China is now faced with a lot of tough choices. President Xi Jinping would have to realign himself not just with the United States, but with Europe too. Trump had made it very clear that his government would be using tariffs extensively against China in order to give advantage to American manufacturers. Across the Atlantic, things are not better for China either. In Europe, China is being slammed with tariffs too, and the industry most impacted is electric vehicle manufacturing. This has forced China to close a €3.8 billion EV factory investment in Germany. A lot is happening, and it is all happening fast. Will China survive these tariffs, and what would this mean for foreign relations, the electric vehicle market, and China's plans to keep dominating international trade? For some years now, the European Union automobile industry has been in crisis as they could not match up the competition from China. Interestingly, it is China that is attempting to save the EU's auto industry by investing in factories in countries such as Germany and Italy. One such project was spearheaded by Svolt Energy Technology, a leading Chinese battery manufacturer. Svolt had planned to invest $3.8 billion in Germany, but they are now suspending this plan. The plan was to establish a cutting-edge battery plant, which would have produced cells, modules, and battery packs. Similarly, Dongfeng Motor Group, a state-owned Chinese automaker, paused its ambitious expansion plans in Italy. Dongfeng was in talks to establish production facilities capable of manufacturing over 100,000 electrified vehicles annually. This was part of China's broader goal of strengthening its foothold in the European market, but the new tariffs from the EU have put those plans on hold. The European Commission just announced the imposition of tariffs on Chinese-produced electric vehicles, with rates soaring up to 45%. This decision follows a year-long investigation that concluded Chinese EVs benefit from substantial government subsidies, allowing them to undercut European manufacturers. Both the United States and the European Union have for some time accused the Chinese government of using controversial methods to help Chinese EV makers. The United States has been investigating the dominance of Chinese EVs. The investigation revealed that Chinese EVs have rapidly expanded their presence in the European market, increasing from a 3.9% market share in 2020 to 25% by September 2023. The EU's tariff rates range from 17% for BYD to 35% for state-owned SAIC, with other manufacturers, such as Volkswagen and BMW, facing a 20% duty. The Chinese government has provided substantial subsidies to both manufacturers and consumers, leading to incredible growth in their EV manufacturing, including inexpensive factory land, below-market lithium and battery supplies, tax incentives, and low-interest financing. For instance, in 2023 alone, the government allocated approximately $72 billion in subsidies for EV purchases. These subsidies have made Chinese EVs very cheap, especially when compared to those produced in Europe or the United States. For example, when we compare the price of the Chinese EVs with American-made ones such as Tesla, a pioneer in the EV industry, we see that the price of Teslas is a lot higher. The Tesla Model 3, for instance, starts at approximately $40,000 in the United States. In contrast, Chinese EVs such as the BYD Dolphin and the Xiaomi SU7 offer similar features at a fraction of the cost. The BYD Dolphin, for example, is priced at around $13,800 in China, while the Xiaomi SU7 starts at about $30,000. Despite the lower prices, Chinese EVs do not compromise on performance or features. The BYD Dolphin boasts a range of up to 300 miles on a single charge, comparable to many mid-range Tesla models. Similarly, the Xiaomi SU7 offers advanced autonomous driving capabilities and a sleek design, positioning it as a strong competitor to the Tesla Model 3. Interestingly, the United States and the EU are not happy with China being able to offer quality EVs at such cheap rates, so they are pushing back against Chinese-made EVs aggressively. As for the EU, these new tariffs will be in place for 5 years, aiming to level the playing field for European automakers who have struggled to compete with the influx of cheaper Chinese models. The impact of these tariffs is multifaceted. Economically, the increased costs of Chinese EVs are expected to slow the decline in EV prices within Europe, potentially affecting consumer adoption rates. Politically, the move has strained EU-China relations, with Beijing filing a complaint at the World Trade Organization, accusing the EU of protectionism. Valdis Dombrovskis, the EU Commissioner for Trade, defended the tariffs, stating, By adopting these proportionate and targeted measures after a rigorous investigation, we're standing up for fair market practices and the European industrial base. However, this stance has not been universally welcomed within the EU. Germany, home to major automakers like Volkswagen and BMW, has expressed concerns that the tariffs could backfire, harming European jobs and economic growth, and indeed, they have backfired. China's Ministry of Commerce has vehemently opposed the EU's decision, labeling it as a naked protectionist act that disrupts fair competition. In retaliation, China has hinted at imposing its own countermeasures, which could further escalate the trade conflict. China has escalated trade tensions with Europe as Beijing has mandated that all its auto manufacturers, including prominent companies like BYD, MG, and JAC, suspend plans for new factories or retail locations in Europe. This decision proves the growing trade conflict between China and the EU, which has been worsened by similar disputes involving the United States. The immediate impact of this directive is significant for both the European and Chinese auto industries. For European automakers, the tariffs provide a temporary shield against the influx of cheaper Chinese EVs. However, this protection comes at a cost. The European market, which has been increasingly reliant on affordable EVs to meet stringent emissions targets, may face higher prices and reduced consumer choice. On the other hand, Chinese automakers who have been aggressively expanding their presence in Europe will now have to reassess their strategies. Companies like BYD and MG, which have invested heavily in building brand recognition and market share in Europe, will face significant setbacks. The halt in expansion plans could also affect their long-term growth prospects and profitability. The broader economic implications of this trade conflict are equally serious. Germany, which is heavily reliant on automotive exports, is particularly vulnerable. German automakers, who employ around over 700,000 people in auto factories, are caught in the middle of the China-US and China-EU trade disputes. Last year, German exports to China fell by 37%, driven by weakened demand and increasing tariffs. This decline poses a substantial challenge to Germany's auto sector, impacting sales and job security. The imposition of tariffs on Chinese EVs could also harm German carmakers' sales in China and squeeze profit margins. As Germany's economy is expected to shrink for a second consecutive year, these trade barriers add to the economic pressures faced by the country's critical auto industry. Politically, the trade tensions between China and the EU are likely to have far-reaching consequences. The EU's decision to impose tariffs has already prompted China to file a complaint at the World Trade Organization, alleging that the EU has improperly set anti-subsidy tariffs on Chinese-made EVs. This legal battle could further strain relations between the two economic giants and complicate future trade negotiations. Looking ahead, the resolution of this trade conflict will require careful diplomacy and negotiation. Both China and the EU have significant economic interests at stake, and a prolonged dispute could have detrimental effects on global trade. The EU's tariffs are set to remain in place until a satisfactory resolution is reached, which could take months or even years. In the meantime, the auto industries in both regions will need to adapt to the new trade landscape. European automakers may need to accelerate their efforts to innovate and reduce costs, while Chinese manufacturers will have to explore alternative markets and strategies to reduce the impact of the tariffs. On the other hand, things may not get better anytime soon with the relationship between China and the United States. The 45% tariffs on Chinese electric vehicles were influenced by similar actions taken by the United States, and it is likely that the EU will follow suit by introducing even more tariffs. The United States was the first to impose such tariffs. During Donald Trump's first presidency, trade tensions between the US and China intensified, leading to a 25% tariff on Chinese-made cars as part of broader efforts to address trade imbalances and alleged intellectual property issues. This strategy was expanded under President Joe Biden. Notably, a 100% tariff on Chinese electric vehicles was introduced in May 2024 as part of a broader approach to combat subsidies that allow Chinese companies to offer electric vehicles at lower prices, potentially threatening the US automotive market and domestic manufacturers. Now China is getting ready for another Trump presidency and has been readjusting its economic policies for potential impacts that could come from the US. The Chinese government is attempting to address domestic issues, such as a slowing property sector, soaring local government debt, and a dip in consumption, while confronting external pressures from US trade policies that may become even harsher. President Trump, known for his tough stance on China, is proposing import tariffs that could reach as high as 60% on Chinese-made goods, a move likely to put further strain on China's export-driven industries. On September 17, 2018, President Donald Trump announced that the United States would impose tariffs on an additional $200 billion worth of Chinese goods. The tariffs were initially set at 10% and were increased to 25% by January 1, 2019. This hardline approach could significantly hinder China's aspirations to become a global leader in technology and other key sectors. To stabilize its economy, China's National People's Congress, NPC Standing Committee, has developed a plan to inject approximately 6 trillion yuan into the economy by 2026, which amounts to about $840 billion. In light of these challenges, China's new financial measures are a bid to reignite growth, but the success of this strategy may hinge on Beijing's ability to better its relationship with the United States and the EU. It appears that Italy is likely to be one of the most affected countries in this trade war between the EU and China, as its automotive industry is already facing serious challenges. In recent years, the Italian auto industry has been in crisis, struggling to compete with Chinese manufacturers. For instance, Stellantis reported a 41% drop in production during the first 9 months of this year. Labor unions predict that production volumes could fall from 750,000 vehicles in 2023 to around 500,000 in 2024. In response to these challenges, Italy chose to support the EU's introduction of tariffs on Chinese electric vehicles. However, China responded by canceling plans to establish new manufacturing facilities in Italy, which could have strengthened the country's automotive sector. For example, Chinese automakers such as Dongfeng have frozen their plans to manufacture vehicles in Italy. These investments could have reduced Italy's reliance on its limited number of local manufacturers, but now these opportunities have been lost, leaving the country in a highly difficult situation. The planned facilities would have brought advanced manufacturing technologies and created numerous jobs, boosting the local economy. Additionally, the presence of Chinese automakers could have fostered innovation and competition within the Italian automotive industry. China is planning a major revenge against the EU. Beijing is considering imposing tariffs on a range of European goods. This includes luxury items, brandy, and agricultural products, with a particular focus on high-profile brands such as Louis Vuitton and France's wine sector. The potential tariffs are seen as a strategic move by China to exert economic pressure on the EU, targeting sectors that are both economically significant and symbolically important to Europe. The question is, will this change anything? As we've discussed, a potential trade showdown involving the US, EU, and China under a second Trump administration could have profound implications, not only for these three economic giants, but for the entire global market. The stakes are monumental, and the uncertainties are even greater. Will tariffs become the new normal? Is this the dawn of a full-scale trade war, or merely a strategic maneuver in high-stakes negotiations? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Share them in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights into the ever-evolving dynamics of the global economy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.